Welcome to Xero Style. I am your host, Xero, the cyberspace hero, here to show you something a little bit different this week. We've all fallen victim to drunk buying from advertisements late at night. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Yep, your data just gets out there on the internet and it gets sold to advertisers. The algorithm tries to pick up on the things that you want and try and help you buy them. And you don't actually have to be drunk to drunk buy. You could be under the influence or intoxicated, or you could just be tired. But as you're just sitting there doom scrolling away on your phone, that's when that ad hits you and says, hey, here's that thing you've been interested in. Why don't you check it out? Sale price, limited time offer. And in your slightly less than optimal mental state, you fall victim to it. I got this to show you off this week. This is the Spie Stick, the Halloween variant of the Spie Stick from ITS Tactical, or Imminent Threat Solutions Tactical. It is the size of a chapstick because it really is the case of a chapstick. But inside there's a whole array of different tools to help you get out of tough situations. I'm interested to see if I can actually use these things, if they're legit, or if it's a bunch of junk that I wasted my money on. So stick around and we'll find out together. So it's got the regular form factor of a normal old chapstick. Pop off the lid here and you can see a compass inside. Works pretty well. Unscrew the back and reveal all of the tools nestled inside. Start off here with the bypass and lock-picking tools. We've got a twisted style tension wrench for lock-picking, a ferro rod and quote-unquote striker, this tiny little handcuff key with a skull on it, and a little bit of tinder down underneath. So here is my lock. It's a very old lock that I found in my basement. Here it is, pinky winky. So we're going to start with the real key just to make sure this old ass thing still works. Does, cool. Get rid of that. Still locked up. We're going to insert our tension wrench here. Light pressure. And here's the tiny little, I think this is probably a short hook, maybe a medium hook. I'm not very great at this yet. So this is my very first time picking a lock ever. Just trying to feel it out and see what I can find in here. Maybe we can get a little bit close. Oh, would you look at that? My very first open on camera. Nice. All right, now let's try again with this snake tool. This is upside down, my bad. Go insert that in here. Gently go up and down. Oh, and I got another open just like that. Wow, that ate that lock. All right, let's go back to this hook again. Put our turner tool into the bottom of the keyway. Then we're going to insert the hook. Start feeling this out. I can feel these pins. I think there's 2 in here. Yep. Look at that. Another open. Okay. Let's see if this is legit or just a fluke. So check out the short hook right here. Look how tiny the handle is. You don't get a lot of grip on that. But it's enough grip that I can single pin pick this trainer style 2-pin lock pretty easily. And this, like I said, this is my first time ever trying lock picking. Let's get in here with the snake one more time. Up and down. Try and get that right between the bitting. We've got another open. So yeah, the lockpick tools, totally legit and do work at least on this little lock. All right, I got some handcuffs here, also super vintage. These are toys, but they're made out of metal. You can see they got this big key that goes in here, releases that tension and opens it up. But check out the ITS key. This is, I assume, for a regular handcuff, not a toy. And it doesn't fit, not at all. But I was thinking about this bypass knife and how that lock works. And can I just stick it in here? Got it. So yeah, this little bypass knife, you can absolutely sort of just stick it right in here and depress on that lever the same way that the key would, and boom, we got it open. So, the bypass knife. It works pretty well too. Alright, let's check out the ferro rod and tinder. I'm going to pull this out. I don't think this is anything special. I think this is just a pink cotton ball, but I'm not real sure. Rip off a little piece. I read you have to scrape this outer stuff off of a ferro rod. Full disclosure, I've never used one before, and I am completely doing it wrong here, and I keep scratching away, and I'm getting nowhere. And I start to get a little bit frustrated. And I thought, well, maybe I need to get some more different kinds of tinder in here and a knife. So I got out this old Haggard knife I practiced in sharpening with and some leaves, and lo and behold, boom, we're sparking right off the bat with no trouble at all. Pull away from the ferro rod and keep your knife straight, and you got a fire. So I wanted to test some of these other things. So here's the knife with the ferro again, a couple sparks. Here is the bypass knife. I'm actually able to spark it one time pretty easily. And then this is the striker. I got one spark right there, and that is literally the only time I was able to spark with that striker that comes with the kit. And this is the state of the ferro rod afterwards. Not bad, I don't think. So can you get it all back in here easily? Start with the ferro rod and the striker. We'll grab our 3 lockpick tools, shove them in there. Kind of got to move them around so you got some gap. Pop in your tension tool, and then the key can sit right on top of all of that fibrous material, tinder. And then just screw this bottom here, kind of adjust it with your finger to keep it in place, and there you go. Grab the lid, pop it back on, and we are in business. The Spie Stick, everyday ghost protection in your pocket. One little aside that I want to make about this, I was reading on a couple different forums about this. I was looking for reviews and what people thought of it after I'd already bought it. I noticed the number one comment on a thread was from a police officer who said that he finds contraband in people's chapsticks all the time. So while it is kind of concealed, it's not necessarily concealed from the cops. Tiny little shake, can you hear that? It's not much, and you might be able to readjust some stuff in there to make it a little bit more silent. It comes wrapped completely too in plastic, so potentially you could leave the plastic on and keep this as an emergency tool and not open it until the emergency presents itself, and you might be a little bit better. But really, check out your local lockpicking laws in your state. It's different all the way across the country. Here in Pennsylvania, we actually have no laws on the books, so it very much comes down to intent. You have these in your pocket and you get stopped by the cops and you got other things like wire cutters, like these could be burglary tools in the police's eyes at that point. But if you're just a regular, normal day citizen and the cops aren't going to mess with you, you won't have to worry about that. So weigh the pros and cons of lockpicking. Keep it legal. I'm giving you no kind of legal advice from here, just something I read in the comments about this product. Like always, be informed and do your own research. I wasn't exactly planning to do a pocket check, and I'm not gonna, but as you can guess, I've got that Ultim OTF from D-Rocket. Check out the video above if you want to see it in a little bit more detail. Well, that's the video for this week. I hope you enjoyed a little something different. Comment down below if you are interested in locksport and you'd maybe like to see me try something a little better than something like this. Maybe a little something more complicated. Let me know down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, give me a like. It's the free social currency here on YouTube. Click my face down here if you're interested in subscribing. Click these boxes appearing around my face as I do this outro if you want to check out more of my videos right now. And if no one has told you today, you are a rad person who deserves love and praise just like everybody else in this world. Get out there today, be nice, stay legal, and I'll see you in the next one. Later on.